Hi, Dale Obrochta for Unlocking the Secrets of Restaurant Entertainment. Today, I have a special tip for you and some special advice. And I'm talking with Carmen Tellez here about her website, Dinner with a Twist. It is a great resource, and we're going to be talking to Carmen about this, who takes us through a walkthrough. Carmen, how you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing good.
Yeah, you should be doing good. I'm going to let everybody know this little craziness. You're going to see us a little slap happy because in my efforts to record this, we did a solid, rock hard 22 minutes. And I thanked her, and then I looked at her and went, I didn't click on the record button. So this is take two. This is actually a perfect walkthrough of why, we videotape and have professional people record us. So we don't, so the idiots behind the button don't go, oh yeah, I'm supposed to hit record. But Carmen, thank you so much for doing this. I really, really appreciate this. Not only once, but twice now that you're actually doing this.
I was going to say deja vu.
Yes. Well, we're talking about Dinner with a Twist. Give us a quick what Dinner with a Twist is.
Dinnerwiththetwister.com is a website that I created about 10 years ago to bring restaurant owners, managers, artists, entertainers, and parents together to be able to see where they can go to either hire a twister, where twisters can go to submit their information to show where they're twisting or want to twist. And that includes other entertainers as well. And also for parents to be able to see what restaurants here or anywhere in the U.S. can, where they can go to see entertainment at a family restaurant.
So now, in reality, this is a directory of restaurants.
Yeah, very much.
Now, is this one of those, like, one of those restaurants where you're going to have to pay to be on and you're going to have to do all this crazy stuff, jump through hoops and say, I love you?
It's my baby. I don't make any money off of it. I do make money if you post a photo. I only charge $15 for the year. But no, it's just something that I have a passion for. So they just have to type in their information, submit it, and I put it on for them.
Cool. Hey, tell you what, why don't you share your screen so you could actually show us what it looks like?
Sure. Ta-da!
Look at this. She's a pro at this. It's like you've done this before. Little inside joke. We have. No. So this is the website. And give us a quick walkthrough of where things are. And, if I come to this website, treat me like I just got here. What would I do first?
Sure. I have a couple of links up here at the top that shows where you can go and what information you can look for. A little bit about us, submit a twister where you can submit your information.
Mm-hmm.
The restaurant links I'm working on, it needs to be updated, but basically a directory of restaurants that offer kids eat free and restaurants that you can actually go to. There's an article on the benefits of hiring entertainment. I do need to add more to that. We have an idea for that.
This next link, folks, I just found out about. No, this one I love. I love this link. I'm going to tell you right there.
Click on it.
Go ahead, click it. I love it. I didn't know that she actually linked to my Facebook page, folks. I was kind of like, I don't believe this. She actually had me speechless in the first video when I saw this. This actually links to Unlocking the Secrets of Restaurant Entertainment right there. This is how supportive this site is. Can we see we know what that is. Go back to my site now. Or your site, I'm sorry.
I know.
Now, it's Dinner with a Twist. Now, if you scroll down to the bottom, can you tell us what all these little, I know they're state abbreviations, but what do those links actually do?
Those state abbreviations will take you to states that have listed entertainers with dinnerwiththetwister.com.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows their contact information, what restaurants they're at. If they're not at a restaurant, then it shows their contact information along with what areas they'd like to perform at, along with their skills, their website, any social media, what have you, that they've submitted for me to post.
Okay. Can you do me a favor? Click on one of them. Go ahead. Pick Minnesota. Let's see if there's anything in Minnesota.
Minnesota?
You want to do Illinois? Go ahead. Do Illinois. Go ahead. Do Illinois.
There we go. No photos in Illinois.
No, we don't like seeing ourselves in Illinois. We're kind of shy people here. Looking at this, it gives us the entertainer's name, their phone number, I know Marae there. She's a good friend with her email and her website, and then the restaurant that she does. And she's still out there. And you actually give a link to the restaurant too.
Yeah, that too. Yes.
Oh, that's so cool. Now, where it says submit a twister,
Submit.
what is that where I'd actually go if I'm going to be twisting?
No, submit a twister is if you wanted to
Oh, okay.
have your information posted. Or
Okay.
if you want to submit your information to be able to be seen that you'd like to twist someone.
Oh, okay. So the image is then the photo of you or the photo of the entertainer, correct?
Right, of the entertainer, yes.
And when we submit that, is there a size restriction?
I fix the sizing to work best, but I do let you know when you submit the information. I should actually post it on there what the size it should be, but so many entertainers are great entertainers, but they're not really
We're not the great tech savvy people.
Exactly. So I take the information that you provide, the photo that you provide, and I will make it work, or I'll tell you, hey, I need it bigger. Usually it's just a size difference.
Okay.
Or say it's not a good photo, and I'll do some Photoshop to kind of make it work best.
Yeah, because I know I have some great 4 meg photos of me that I'd love to be able to ship to you, but it just drags down my email. So folks, keep in mind that you're just doing a small graphic here. Can it be an animated graphic?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, cool. So I could actually get myself doing.
Yeah, you could even do a video if you wanted.
Oh, even video. Now, is video price same price as a picture?
Yeah, because all I have to do is just type in the link and post it. That's it.
Now, okay, now the question is, are you hosting the video or are we just giving you the link to the video?
I can do either one. If you want to submit the actual video,
Okay.
then I'll post it on the site and it'll show there. If you want to just do a link to it, then I can do a link to the video and they can either click on it, or basically they'd have to click on it. If you just want to give me the link, they'd have to click on it. And I would show like a little image of it. That way it's not just a link. I'd show an image of it.
Yeah, please, folks, don't send her that 3-hour video. Make it a commercial if you're going to send her a video. I'm just going to put that out there because there's going to be somebody who wants to give you their whole promo video, which is 17 minutes. No restaurant owner is going to sit through 17 minutes. I'm not even going to sit through 17 minutes, and I want to see it.
Minutes.
Okay, so down at the bottom, it gives you the links. Where's one of the examples where it's got photos? Do you have any of those?
Yeah, I did. I'll say California.
Oh, look at all those pretty people in California. Look at that. And we talked about this, or maybe you mentioned it. This is not just strictly for balloon people. If you're a magician or a face painter, because I see stuff with face painters in there. If you scroll down, I think a little farther down, there it is, child with face painting. Don't have a balloon. That's perfect. We also talked about using your business card too.
Yep, they can use the card. They can use the graphical. I got a video myself there.
Oh, cool. I like that. And again, you get the image, you get that. Now the image is $15. The video is $15. That's a yearly subscription, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. That is so great because you're given all the vital information. Now, the restaurant links up there, you said is going to be linking to, that's going to be linking to restaurants that support restaurants.
Yes, it's supposed to have that. I have this link here, and I'm not even sure if that one is still valid. Yeah, see, you can search for restaurants near you. Right now, just a link to search for restaurants near you. And the other one that I had was Kids Eat Free, but I don't think that exists anymore. I think that
used to be. I remember that site. That used to be a fun site. I used to go to that one.
It was.
Right when I had kids and I was cheap, I would look for a restaurant where my kids could eat for free.
Yeah, it was a great directory.
Yeah, it was a good directory. And do me a favor, let's go back to the widescreen for a second.
Alrighty.
She has full control, folks. I'm just here working. trying to remember to hit that stupid record button.
I was going to say that.
Now, Carmen, when you designed this, you were originally, you talked about the article section in there, and we actually brainstormed off camera about the article section, because you were telling me that you were having a hard time finding articles, not about entertaining in a restaurant, but what restaurant owners, the value they got out of it.
Yes,
is that correct?
That's correct. I had only found one article that talked about the benefits of hiring entertainers. And what I wanted to do is I would like to connect more articles of managers and owners talking about the benefits of them having an entertainer at their restaurant for kids night, or even just marketing the restaurant, whether it be kids or adults, and not on the side of the entertainer saying, oh, look, this is the restaurant that I'm at.
Right.
You know, this benefits they'll get with me. I wanted it to be more focused on the actual industry of entertainers at restaurants and how the managers feel about it.
So you want to release the little brainchild that we came up with off camera?
Yes.
Go ahead. Tell us about what this great idea you came up with.
Okay, well, we were kind of working back and forth together where the manager, well, what I originally said was for the entertainer to interview the manager and have the manager speak about the benefits of having the entertainment.
Right.
And I wanted it to be like an interview so that I can make it like an article and post it so that other managers and other owners can see, especially if they don't have an entertainer already, so they can see what the actual benefits of having entertainment is.
Right. And that's when we started playing around with different ideas and how to do this, where you could go to this page and either click out a little letter, just a small little sheet that explains what we're doing, and give a click on it, and it takes you to a Google form that they could fill out, or a hard copy survey that they could fill out and give the benefits.
Exactly.
And then what Carmen's going to do is take all this information and compile it, or hire a college kid, or maybe her son James will be old enough to do all that for us. And we'll be able to take that data and distribute it to everybody and actually show the benefits, because part of the things in restaurant entertainment, unlocking the secrets of restaurant entertainment, I focus on is solving the needs of the restaurant. And usually when I ask people, what are the problems of restaurant? They go, oh, we want happy, smiling kids. I make them happy. We get balloons, it entertains the family. And to be honest with you, nobody has ever come up and asked me, oh, is your child happy today? No, they never ask if your kids are happy. They never ask if your wife is mad at you. They don't care about that. What they care about is the food coming out on time? Is it good? Is the room clean? They're not worried about the balloon artist, taking 20 minutes for one table, as long as they have 27 other free tables to sit at. That's not the concern. They don't worry about keeping people entertained at the door when they can't get people to come through the door. So with that, the focus I always talk on about is what benefits are you solving? What problems you're solving? And the document that you're looking to produce right here is that document. It is that gold moment where you are giving that research data that every restaurant owner needs to have in front of them. It's that information that every restaurant entertainer needs to sell that restaurant, because now they know what the restaurant problems actually are, and not saying, oh, we'll make your kids happy. Who cares in the big picture? Restaurant owners don't care about kids. They care about kids' night and getting money for feeding your kids.
Bottom line.
Yeah, bottom line is make the dollar, okay? If bringing in an entertainer costs me, $100 and I'm making $500 on them, I'm going to bring them back every night. It doesn't matter. But if I'm bringing an entertainer in to make $100 and spend $100, they're not going to do it. It's that simple.
And restaurant owners and restaurant managers are looking online to see what they can do to make their restaurants better. I subscribe to, I think it's called Restaurant. Oh my gosh, I'll have to check with you later. But I get an email that talks about what restaurant owners and what restaurant managers are doing to try to bring in more, more families, what have you, birthday list, etc. And they also take it to social media with their hashtag restaurant marketing, hashtag, restaurant owner. And when I'm posting stuff, I put hashtag restaurant manager.
Oh yeah, that's right there, folks, is the tip right there. If you're paying attention, use the hash mark, search that hash mark, because that's what they're doing. I actually joined another group of, just to get it from a different end, not from the owners, because to be honest with you, I see my owner once every year. I see a couple owners a couple times a year. I deal with the wait staff 90% of the time. And there is I've posted out there once, simple question. I'm an entertainer. What can I do to help out the wait staff? You know, most of their response was, get the hell out of my way. I'm working. Just get out of my way. I don't care what you're doing. Get out. I got food to deliver. Get the blank out of my way.
And that's when you learn the term behind you.
Yes. Oh, yeah. All over. All over the time. Behind you, behind you. Half the time they're already past.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you're gone. But no, that is so true, is to understand what the restaurant problems are and what you're solving. And the tool that you're talking about right here is an excellent tool to find that information out. And even your hashtag, putting those hashtags in social media. Now, you talked that you're not heavily into social media, but explain why you do restaurants, because you're not really entertaining at restaurants. What do you use restaurants for?
Well, now I don't entertain so much at restaurants, but I'd like to get hired by them for their banquets, for their own private events, mostly for events, for referrals to their business owner friends, restaurant owners, restaurant managers.
Wait, stop. Pause. You're telling me you're not working in the restaurant, but you're soliciting restaurants to get work from the restaurant. This is what I say in Unlocking the Secrets of Restaurant Entertainment. You're actually using them to pimp you, to market you, to get work.
Yes.
Folks, it's right here. It's live. It's you. You heard this from someone who's been around for years. And I sit there and I think, oh my gosh, I have 200 restaurants down the street from me. 200 restaurants of people who could promote my business without even me doing anything.
Yes.
Now, you said earlier when we were talking that you talk to the managers. What is, you said something earlier, and I'm going to throw the word out there. You don't go in and sell yourself or solicit yourself. You go in and you introduce yourself.
I do. I go in there and I introduce myself to them, let them know what I do, where I'm at. Basically, I have a meal there, just to kind of set the mood, break the ice, and then I follow up with them afterwards, but not immediately. I don't, hit them with a brick. I just introduce myself. I create basically a soft contact.
No, you know what that's called? It's called relationship building.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, or, to say it's dating, you just can't take her home with you and say, you're my wife, you clean the house, you got those baby steps.
Yeah.
And what you're doing is really the key of any business is building a relationship. But like I say, most people who come to restaurant entertainment, they're about the money grab. I want to go to every table. I'm going to make balloons real quick. Boom, take those $2 and move to the next table. In Unlocking the Secrets of Restaurant Entertainment, I'm talking about exactly what you're doing. The long term, because you're building a relationship. And restaurant owners don't move around, but those managers do.
They do. Yeah, they do.
And
postcards. When I go and visit them, I send them a postcard, not just an email, but I send them a postcard that with a little note on there. It's something, to me, it's a conversation piece. Mm-hmm. It's something that surprises them, but it also has my information.
Have you ever thought of doing the old insurance salesman technique of grabbing their birth dates and sending them birthday cards?
I do that to mayors of the cities.
You do that to the mayors? Oh my gosh, I never thought of doing that. You do that to the mayor?
Yes, I do. To certain prominent people in the area, find out their birthdays and send them. Stop.
Folks, are you paying attention? She's giving birthday cards to the mayor, who then does I'm going to go a different route with this for a second. He does all the fairs and festivals, but he's also there for the grand openings too, with the chambers.
Exactly. That's fine.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I recorded the second video because you didn't tell me that the first time. You didn't got it out of her, folks.
I needed to get a surprise from you, a genuine surprise for the recording.
No, those were surprises. Oh man, no, that is useful information right there. Like I say, we started off with just talking about this website, but really, this is a powerful tool to get to know the industry better. The restaurant industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, as we know. There are products, there are franchises. I've joined a franchise Facebook group, and that's all they do is talk about franchising and how they're opening up their next restaurant and what the laws are. And there's a lot of legality in restaurants with food prep and what people could do. And can they touch their hair? Can they serve you food? We now have the straw embatement out in California where you can't, I think that's out by you, right? You can't give out straws.
Malibu was the first to ban straws.
Yeah. So, I mean, when you get yourself in the industry, and I'm sure you probably have had excellent opportunity to talk about with the balloon industry in California possibly being banned because of the environment. You connect with restaurant owners with straw. You just got a connection to build a stronger relationship because these things affect everybody's business.
Yes, and know your information to be able to educate them, especially when it comes to the balloons, because so many people are thinking that balloons are not biodegradable and that they're harmful to the environment. And then that's when you can give them information that lets you know that they are biodegradable. And you just have to tool yourself with information.
Look at this little expert here who knows everything. It's amazing how you're going to, but that's what we are, folks. When we come into a restaurant, knowing all this background information makes it hard for somebody to come in and undercut you because you become not only, I mean, if you're giving them birthday cards, if you're working with them on their promotion, they're not just looking at the dollar value. They're not just looking at, oh, I could get it cheaper. They're looking at, I have somebody here who's got experience and knowledge. And heck, we don't go to doctors because they're cheap. We go to the doctor because they're more experienced if they're cutting me open. You know, we go to different areas. We go to restaurants when we know it's got better quality food and we're willing to pay the better quality food. And I've used this technique when negotiating prices, you know, and they go, well, I get it cheaper. Well, you get McDonald's hamburger for 1/10 of the price that you're charging for yours. What's the difference?
Right.
And they all come around and go, oh, there's quality service. Well, that's what you get here.
Right.
And that's what you're providing with these restaurant entertainers or anybody who wants to be in the restaurant. I'm telling you right now, go back to your page again.
Sure.
I want you to jump out there. I want people to see this, get it ingrained. It's dinner with a twist. Twister, sorry. Twister. So, Carmen, if somebody wants to get a hold of you, how did they get a hold of you?
Other than the dinner with the Twister.com?
Yeah. What if somebody wants to hire you to do something?
Oh, then you go to charmandhappy.com.
I don't know. Go to Charmandhappy. You got the computer.
Okay.
Man, you're giving us all this gold here. I'm going to give you a minute to plug yourself here.
There you go.
Wow, look at that. I like the hipster look there.
Which one?
Add on crooked.
Oh yeah. Charmandhappy.com, and here's my intro right here.
All right, that's how you get a hold of Carm. Now, quick question. Jump back to the big screen for a second. I got a question to ask you. How did you actually get into restaurants?
I started off as an assistant to an entertainer, just face painting, and once I started doing my own shows, I had a friend who had a restaurant, and she asked me to fill in for her. And I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. And she's like, oh, it's just like a birthday party.
Hang on for a second. Hang on. What were you doing? Were you balloons, magic, face painting? What were you doing?
I was just clowning, and I just did simple balloons at the time, but I was just clowning for birthday parties.
So you were just a clown doing birthday parties who were told to do a restaurant.
Yeah, and it's so simple. All you have to do is just like a birthday party, but you don't have to perform a show. And you just go table to table and make them a balloon. That's all you have to do.
That's all you have to do is go from table to table. No selling the restaurant, no worrying about kids choking on balloons, no hazards, no, just go be happy.
I learned through osmosis that's quite more than just going from table to table. There's a etiquette, there's a restaurant etiquette, getting chummy with the waitresses. So
you can't put your fingers into the glass as you get to them.
No, no having dirty hands.
Well, it's funny. I've always said this. I go back to my roots. I started out as a clown. I was did clowning for several years. I also taught clowning. That is a really strong foundation for any entertainer to have, because you do learn magic, juggling, stilts, comedy, face paint. You learn a whole gamut before you actually either say, I want to be a professional clown, which in my mind is a professional clown that doesn't do face painting. They don't do balloons. They do skits.
Right.
They have comedy. They're a comedian in makeup.
Right.
And then you have the person who decides that I don't need to be in a clown outfit. I could be a funny face painter or a balloon artist or a magician. But when something goes wrong, they fall into this clowning. We've done it off camera a couple times where things have happened and we break into like clown mode, it seems like. But that is one skill that I always stress to any restaurant entertainer. If you have the background in clowning, I think it's easier to jump forward into that skill or in that environment. Am I wrong? Am I right? No,
it did come easy because it allowed me to be able to recognize the reactions, how far to go. It's like a people psychology type of a thing that you're integrating from table to table.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. So you started out doing how many restaurants? You still do restaurants, or you just?
Well, I'm just starting to get back into just a couple of restaurants because I really enjoy my free time with my son.
Right.
I mostly use the restaurants, like I said earlier, to perform at events and banquets and so on and so forth. But I do plan on doing the restaurants again. I did it for years, from '94 to 2009. Wow. Is when I pretty much stopped having my own restaurants. And all that time I had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 restaurants a week. And then when I couldn't, fill in for other entertainers. And then I had my own crew of paid artist entertainers.
I like that word, paid.
And they can collect their tips both, as long as they were qualified. Because not just anybody can be a restaurant entertainer. You got to strap yourself with some info to be able to do it.
Yeah, you touched on a couple things that I want to alliterate a little farther on. Is one that not everybody can do it. That means, and I mean, everybody can do it, but I don't mean throw a high school kid in there to do the job. I'm old fashioned. I think high school kids should be learning their skills. They should not be an ambassador in front of a restaurant. I don't care if their parents have been doing it for decades. They are still kids in mind. There's a small percentage. But there's always these people who go, oh, my kid's been following me around. They know what to do. Not reality. They still have to grow up. I prefer that they mature before they get into the field, because we're actually talking about our profession. No other carpenter comes in and goes, yeah, my kid's now as good as me, and he's going to be able to sign off on the construction of this building. No, he gives it to his, what does he do? He gives his kid the layman job, and 15 years from now, his kid's signing off. So I always warn people that, yeah, your kids are good, but never put them in the same level as you, because you're the expert. You're the one doing this for a living. Your kid could always be that lower tier. The other thing you talked about was that, and there's probably people who are going to yell at me because my kid's just as good as me. Hopefully you should be always better than the performers you're dealing with, in my mind. But when we get into this filling in for other entertainers, that's how you actually got your restaurant.
Yeah, it is. I filled in for one a couple of times, and then a couple of more, and then she gave the restaurant to me. And then a second person had me fill in for them, and it was for a big, nice resort. That's why I first started meeting celebrities from there, because it was at some type of a Sunday brunch, a Quiet Canyon Montebello Sunday brunch, and that's when I first started meeting celebrities. And then they gave it to me too, and then I branched off and started contacting other restaurants. Like, oh wow, this is cool.
I love these California people. That's why I started meeting celebrities. Now I see them all over the place. They're over here, and I see that with some of the people all the time on Facebook and stuff like that. I'm in the Midwest. I'm 45 minutes from the city. People come in the city of Chicago all the time, and they're like, they're coming in for work. We never get to see them.
The celebrity. You are the celebrity there.
I'm the celebrity. Oh, thank you very much. But no, there's something I touch about in unlocking the secrets of restaurant entertainment, is where filling in for people is something critical. I have a friend, quick story. I set him up with a restaurant. He does college stuff. He just got back to me. It's like, hey, you want to kind of go every other night, every other week on this, because it's becoming too much work. I know from my experience, when I was doing six restaurants 5 nights a week, you get burned out. And I'm sure you probably hit that same thing, where you did look in for a reliable fill-in.
Yes, I did have to look for a reliable fill-in, because I had seen other entertainers before, and I'm not going to say any names, but not all of them leave a good taste in your mouth or in the manager's, mouth. And that makes it really hard when you're trying to get a new restaurant, especially if they've had what they consider a bad entertainer or a bad fill-in, where they say, I don't want that person anymore.
Have you noticed the people that you filled in for are the people you refer gigs to? You refer work to?
Of course.
That I've noticed over the years. I will be swamped with restaurants working, and I'll be jobbing out work. I mean, I don't job it out. I just give it away. I can't do it. Here it is, because the restaurant starts to give me too much work.
Right.
But you're actually, I love the angle that you're coming at from, is making a relationship with them and getting them to be your party planners and your booker planners.
Yes, that's right.
That is some powerful stuff right there. But I'm going to let this video run down and call it a day, because we've been on here for almost 20 minutes already, picking Carmen's mind on something that folks, that if you're not part of, you definitely will put. You're going to see my name out there. I'm going to have my restaurant out there within the next day or two with a picture of me.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. $15, folks. If you got $15, that's a really great tip, or sometimes it's maybe 4 tables, whatever your tips may be. It's not big money. She's doing this. It is something that's going to help our industry. Carmen, I want to thank you for taking the time out. Give everybody a big shout to Carmen. Yay! Do me a favor. I'm going to have the link down here to the balloons with a twist. Why do I want to call it balloons?
Dinner with a twister.
Dinner with a twister. Link down at the bottom. And I want everybody to go there. If you got a restaurant, sign up. Do me a favor, give Carmen some love, give her some happiness. She's doing an excellent job out here. I appreciate it. Carmen, thank you very much. With that, keep smiling. Enjoy.
Thank you. Bye.